If you remember the old channel, right now you might be thinking just off the video title, oh boy, here he goes again. And you'd be right, because I'm here to be this game's #1 defender since I played it a fuck ton as a kid, so it's almost a part of me. When Crash games get discussed, I see a crazy amount of hatred towards Wrath of Cortex, and while I see some of the hate being warranted, I'm tired of this shit! It just ain't enough to write it off as a bad game. I still love this game, but I'm aware of my bias, and I'm also super aware on the dumb amount of wasted potential stuck in this game. So, getting into it, a lot of the arguments against this game start with that it wants to be Crash 3, 2. And I can't really argue against that. They went apeshit with the amount of vehicle levels and taking out that good-ass platforming that we all know and love. Less than half the goddamn game is a platformer, really. And even levels that have that good shit we're looking for get spliced in half with a vehicle segment. It doesn't help when 3 of the 5 bosses are in some sort of alternate way of controlling Crash either. The so-called sneak power-up is also stupid and crazy situational. For this game, they recycle all the Crash 3 upgrades, and the only new thing they added was this very whack, dumb, stupid, dumb sneak ability. And why the hell? Please tell me, why the fuck does the first boss include a gameplay style only present in one level beforehand, and a mini-map of all things? The underwhelming animations present throughout don't help as well. Like, take a look at Crunch here. Just looks like he was sitting down pounding some liquor and stood up too fast. But despite all the bad shit plaguing this game, I can't help but enjoy its highlights. The levels where you're playing some honest to god normal Crash platforming are all great. I especially gotta show some love for the medieval levels and the Coco levels. For some reason, most of this game she takes a trip to China for some of the most creative levels in the series. Love the music and atmosphere here. And what's more is that I think this is the only game where you outpace a fucking tsunami on a scooter of all things. Look, the townsfolk don't even give a fuck. This is just Tuesday for them. The medieval levels, you know, as I said earlier, they also go hard. But as usual, Coco just gets the best one. Only found in post-game. Coco! What are you doing? Stop! Get off of that! Only weirdos go there. The ball rolling levels are also surprisingly fun. You can build up some serious speed while crying about how dirty they did previous boss fights for this game. Look at Tiny play worst goalie of all time, and Dingodile with his newfound paranoid schizophrenia. Then you got Entropy, kinda just vibing. You know, just some real live, laugh, love shit these guys all got up to after Crash 3. Even though I set out trying to be this game's #1 defender, and trust me, I swear, I still really am, let's compare something that never fails to make me laugh. Shit, we got a huge gap here. Alright, time for some monkey bars. Man, what the hell did this look like in Crash 3? Oh! How about them underwater segments? They seem to be doing alright. What the fuck is this? The submarine pod thing or whatever this is gotta be some of the worst shit in gaming. The best course of action is just spamming missiles and inching your way along due to the slippery mess that is turning back and forth and your large fat ass hurt box. You're forced to inch your way along because some jackass said that these things were a good idea. They're usually hiding just off screen or behind some foreground object. These motherfuckers will tear you apart. If that ain't bad enough, you got the world's deadliest little shits over here and this ugly motherfucker going light speed side to side. So underwater turns into this spam fest where you slowly inch your way through. The funniest part of all this, I swear this game is goofy, is that the underwater isn't even that bad without the shitty submarine. Especially after you get the multi-spin, you just get to glide around, and I actually find the rare moments of this to be enjoyable. But no, someone on the team either hates humans or is somehow brain damaged enough to be proud of this yellow... Oh, Oh my god! Coco! Are you serious? This isn't like you! On a more positive note, something that's damn near flawless on this game is the soundtrack. Every level gets these tracks that just highlight the climax of said level. The chase scenes that this game loves using get an insane boost in the adrenaline to the point that it's almost unfitting. Like, look here, I'm in this clunky ass robot that jumps like a dork if I stand still, and then the world's slowest explosion kinda crawls toward me. But I still consider it a highlight in this level just cause the song is going off. But of course, because it's Wrath of Cortex, this game finds a way to suck the life out of levels in the most why the hell is this in the game way possible. The looping on the songs is beyond fucked. Stay in a level too long, which you definitely will while looking for all the boxes, and this happens. If I didn't enjoy this game's soundtrack so much, I'd probably just skip over this, but because it's so good, it just feels like that more of a slap in the face. Like, imagine being the composer making such a banger, like, you know, just bangers after banger, right? And then some bonehead just says fuck it and doesn't take care of your baby. Speaking of sound, this game tends to have its moments. Sometimes when you're flying around, you get ear rape. But worry not, in the options you can fight against the sound balancing. Is what I'd say, but for some reason, ear rape remains unaffected out of all the sound effects. If we could grimly twist shitty sound balance into a positive, I gotta admit, there's no other game on this planet that has made me fear electricity more than this one. Like, god damn, this shit could put new cracks on the sidewalks. I never thought I'd say it, but I kinda feel bad for the water here. Coco! Get off of that! They're gonna look you up! They're gonna look us up! That's not a good place to be! But hey, I mean, you know, since you're there, can you just like look up... Dang. I felt so defeated writing this video. I always look back on this game with these rose-tinted goggles. It's like falling in love, where you see this great thing of beauty that everyone ought to recognize. You can't help but want to talk about all the little things that make you happy about said person, the shit you find beautiful. But meanwhile, the general consensus is that it ain't all that great. Looking with a rational mind, sure, you see 1,000 flaws or more, but shit, that kinda doesn't matter, cause it's all love. For every good thing about Wrath of Cortex I try to talk about, I could find 3 flaws tangentially related to what I like about it. Like, fuck, man, I'm picking these up like french fries. In conclusion, that nostalgia hits like crack. I still got love for this game, but I could only recommend it to crash crackheads like me. I can't with good conscience tell you to play it unless you're looking for some laughs. You know, listen to the soundtrack at least, it's pretty good. And thank God Crash 4 actually kicks ass. But, you know, after taking an L this hard, I'm just gonna have to go cry myself to sleep now.